Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see, time for a jungle scene, and in today's video I will show you how I painted sky, cloud area here, and the underpainting for the rest of the painting. So here you see the reference material that we're gonna use. It's a combination of a couple of photos, and this is the pre-sketch on the canvas. It's a 40 by 60 centimeter canvas I'm using here. Yeah, then I start to mix colors from this palette here. And you see we have lots of different yellowish tones, all kinds of colder ones, warmer ones. Also some cool colors. This is the set of brushes that we're gonna use. Hard, flat brushes and soft, all kind of shapes brushes that we need to blend the whole thing. Yeah, basically I grab the hard flat brush to basically rub in the color into the canvas. And I'm starting with the lightest color, as you can see here. It's nearly a pure titanium white. And then I build up the yellowish areas that we have here. And you see that I premixed a lot of those yellowish colors, but I'm not using all of them. I basically toy around with them, and realizing that some of them were just mixed for the dustbin more or less. Anyways, the key here is to start with the brightest area, to establish this first. And then you build up the colors emerging from those very light ones, getting darker, yellowish, more brownish, you can see here. And I'm also toying around with the thickness of the color. I'm using sometimes the same color, and through the application, doing it thinner or thicker, I'm able to basically readjust the color itself in a very fine way. And this saves me from mixing 50,000 colors for this painting here. I'm basically using this method for saving time, saving color, and also getting in those very fine adjustments that you need to have areas. It's not done by mixing a set of colors and applying them in the same manner, in the same thickness. You also need to apply them thicker and thinner here and there. And I think the structure of the canvas really helps in this case. Because of all those fine little holes that we have here, we can really get the color in just one sitting without a need for underpainting. A bit further down the road we have the cloud areas more on the front that I built up now. Using a very fine brush here, a very soft one, to do the fine adjustments from the edges here, and also trying to really level the color out so that we have less of this background of the canvas shining through. And like here, for example, I didn't like this lighter area, so I did some blending. And then I grab a very fine round brush here and start to build up the cloud details. And this is done by adding those details on top of the still wet color we applied before. And it's a very easy way of getting in the details very quick and very in a very blended way. Cloud painting in this case here is not an easy thing, because you need to make sure that you don't that you overall don't have those very hard edges, but you need also to have some more refined areas where the color really stands out a bit and really builds some contrast with the softer areas that we have in some of the other areas here. And then I start to switch to the cooler colors, you can see here. And I know this doesn't look like that crazy amount of color, different colors that we premixed, but I think this is one of the keys when it comes to painting a sky scene like this here, that you have to mix a ton of colors before, and still while you're painting, you're still mixing and blending colors that you need to make sure that you really have this very fine transition between this very warm colors we have and those colder colors coming in. And then of course I also start to add some more cloud bodies in areas, establishing them first, putting them in first, and then basically going around with the other colors. And I always try to really stay in control of this balance of the softness that we need to have here. Clouds need to connect, need to fade back into the background, and they also need to be, as I said before, in places really have those contrasts, have those not only color-wise, but also make them softer in areas and make them a bit harder edged in areas. And I have to admit, I think I will do more canvas paintings in the future. And this is really such an easy way of building up clouds or any other background areas where you just need one layer of color and it's done. It's really crazy. Thanks to the structure of this painting surface here. And then I can see here build up the darkest, most coldest areas in the clouds here. You see this is a very bluish purplish cool color in the back that we have here, but also mixed in some warmer tones here and there. Again, some cloud bodies, some smaller ones. And they also, of course, need to follow the line of the horizon that we have here. They need to be parallel to the other bodies that we put in before. I mean, that's not completely straight parallel, but they need to go the same direction, more or less. And this is very important for cloud painting scene like this here. And basically it's basically very straightforward, very easy process of putting in the colors side by side, blending them in areas, having some areas that are a bit less blended. And I did not thin down the colors at all. I used them basically straight from the tube. So we have a very nice coverage of the white of the background here. So when you work this way, don't go too thin. Very important. Yeah, and here now I build up the background. You can see. Just slapping on the first layer of color. Also for the tigers and the rest of the jungle. Getting darker, of course. The more we step to the foreground. Yeah, basically getting in the rough shape. Yeah. And we're done. Yeah, that's it for today, but make sure that you check out one of these other 2 videos here before you leave.